too hard, excuse me, and she's coming sort of out of her root, I can pull her and then she's in trouble. So what we're going to do here is, so we do basically the horizontal, and at the end, instead of pushing her, I pull a little. Then I push her, she pulls. She pushes, I pull. Pull. So this has to be very relaxed. When you get pulled, it's very important. When Stephanie pulls me, the tendency is to tighten up. And when I tighten up, if she's strong enough, she just pulls my whole body, or I'm vulnerable to getting pushed. So what happens is when she pushes me, pulls me, I relax. I relax. I relax. Okay? So this little exercise, pulling. So I pull her and then I push her. She pulls me. She pushes me. So this is what we call pulling. It's a very important exercise. But you have to start off very easy, so you get the idea that you don't want to pull your arm out of the socket or anything like that. So again, you're using your body. Good. That's it. Now, another thing that we generally do when we get pulled, when she pulls me, is I first bring this hand up to protect my elbow. And you'll see that in four hands, this is very important to protect yourself and to then move into press. So when we pull, we just let this hand come up. Very good pull. Thank you. Okay, so that's all of the basic fixed step practices that we do. Now, so what we can do is, after you've learned these basic patterns, is put them all together into what we call free styling. So you start nice and easy, and you can do whatever you like, whenever you like, whatever pattern you feel comfortable with. And then so you start to see, you see now I'm pushing over here, so she'd want to do that, right? If I'm pushing down. And then it works into where you're basically trying to attack the other person, pull them off balance, and you're using these, hopefully you're using these skills appropriately. Okay, so that is, I think, a pretty good look at what we call the single hand. And it's the basic push hands starting off place. You gain the skills that you need to then work into the rest. Now let's look at what we call four hands. It's more complicated because we have twice the number of objects to be working with. And yet it's really fun, and it explains the basic Yang style. This is what we call Yang style push hands. There's Chen style push hands, Wu style push hands. Different styles have their own approaches to push hands, or Tui Xiao. I have mine, and this is sort of the traditional Yang style approach. Okay, so in Tai Chi, we have the four basic energies: Pang, Lu, Ji, An. Pang, Lu, Ji, An. Ward off, roll back, press, and push. Okay, and we're going to work with all of those four and examine them and understand how they interact with each other, these four energies. Okay, so we're facing our partner once again. This time, she's in Pang, just like she started off with before. This is Pang. I am in, again, the same thing, but instead of using one hand here, I've got two hands. I still use her wrist, and I also use her elbow. The elbow is another place where the energy is easily controlled. You see, if I have her elbow, I can move. You see, I can move her whole body. I can keep. If she's attacking me here, I can keep very easily manipulate it. I can also move her whole body with her elbow. So we use the elbow a lot. So here, she's in Pong, and I am in what we're going to call On. I push her, and she rolls me back. Now, this hand, you see, this is doing the same thing. Only I've got two hands involved. It doesn't matter how hard I push her. If she's connected, that's the direction I'm going. Off I go. Okay, now if she just does that, my energy, if you can notice, my energy is just coming right in here. In Tai Chi, we always fold. So when I go like this starts to fold and come in. Well, she doesn't want that to happen. So as this comes in, she brings her other arm up to my elbow. As I said, the elbow is very important. Now, you see, she's got a very strong structure. She's controlling my elbow, and she's on my wrist. I'm virtually, at this point, I am overcome. See? So I'm closed up, she's on my elbow, and I've completely lost that energy. Okay, so what I'm now going to do, I push, she rolls back. Now she thinks she's in pretty good shape at the moment. So I'm going to do what's called G, or press. Now see, she's okay here, but what I'm going to do, I told you this when we did this, the two hands, she's ready for me, look at her, she's getting all ready, is I'm going to change my attack. My attack is now going over here. I'm going to come back into her center this way and attack her this way. So I'm going to fold in and press down into her. So this explains, you see, she's in Pong. Pong is overcome. It's sort of like, you come over here this way a little bit. Pong is overcome with On, push. Pong, ward off, is overcome. When she wards off, I break it and push. That energy, her Pong energy, is overcome with On energy. Okay? So she's in Pong. I overcome her with On, but On energy, push, is overcome by what we call Lu, or roll back. As I push, she retreats and neutralizes me. So Pong energy is overcome by On energy, which is sort of down and in. Push, or On, is overcome by Lu, or roll back. Roll back energy is overcome by what we call G, or press. I fold her in and go downward and into her. Now there's so many things that go on in this little teeny exercise. Right? So we have our same thing. So I push, she rolls back, I press. Now, she's going to do a little movement called Hua, or neutralize. This is the most difficult part of this, is she's going to be fine. My energy is now going into her this way. So she's going to empty and lead it down over here, which is sort of like, Hua is very similar to Lu, or roll back, you see, and now she can either pull me down, or she could push me, you see. So that's the basic routine, and then we're going to go backwards and forwards. So she's in Pong, and I am in On. I push. She rolls back, coming up to my elbow. I turn over and fold in and press to her center.